Hello and welcome to Stationeers, a game that I'm actually extremely addicted to. It's definitely worth picking up. You should certainly look into it if you're into building games. This one might be right up your alley. I'm going to be starting a new game on, unfortunately, the only planet that's available to us is the Moon. Hence the reason for the name in the title. Hopefully maybe make this into an LP of some kind. We'll see. But anyway, let's get started. So you're dropped in on obviously the Moon, and your sole aim is to build a functional base and survive. And this is not a nice place to be. That's interesting. Last time I started, it was actually pitch black. Couldn't see a thing. This time the sun's up, which means the sun will come up from over that direction. Anyway, let's sort these out. We don't want that one, that's organics. We don't want this one just yet, because we don't need the beacon. We do need these two though. So let's turn these around so we can get into them a lot easier. And knock the flare over. And let's move this because this will just get in the way. And so will this. Okay. So we start off with a limited amount of oxygen. If I press 2. Our air tank is 5,673 kPa. We can take our bottle out of the suit, and then we can drop it into here to refill it. So we're kind of on a limited time frame to get a functional base, because I don't believe there's a way of refilling this. I could be wrong, but anyway, we don't have to rush, but we do have to take into account that when that's gone, that's gone. So what we do want out of here is iron frames, and we don't want the tape. The duct tape is for repairing our suit. If we take any damage, like fall damage, that isn't anything to be concerned of, I hope. Yeah, I guess we'll build it here. And I won't go overboard and build too much of a base platform. I think I'll just go with a 3x3. Normally I do a 4x4, but nah, don't need to. We do want this, and from our tool belt we do want the blowtorch. The aim is to get the station ready for the following morning, get the batteries or the battery ready to be charged up. Normally this is a quick process. Put that away, turn it off and put it away so it doesn't explode. And we don't need the sheets anymore, so we will take we don't need the solid generator really. We'll take the arc furnace though, and I guess we could have that over here. Have it so the power comes in that way, the ores drop out behind it. Yep, that should be fine. And we'll take that as well, and have it about there. Just maybe it's hanging over the edge slightly. In fact, I need the solar panel as well. That's not a solar panel. So that's it. And we'll put the solar panel that way. Get some glass and finish the construction of the solar panel, because that's all we need for this is a piece of glass. And now we have a functional solar panel, or will be once it's all wired up. Anything else that we need out of here? One of these. We'll split that because we only need the one, and we'll have it, yeah, probably here. You have to take note of the directions. As you can see, there is arrows pointing as to which way the power will run. We want the power to run away from the solar panels, to pass straight through, so it can go to these machines back here. And anything else I need is the battery, and we'll get our trusty crowbar out and open this box. In fact, that might... I might actually move that a bit closer. And if I do it like this, if I wish to add another solar panel, I can. Yeah, I think I'll move this a bit closer. That's the drill, isn't it, that I need to take this apart. So that should be fine, because we'll be swapping our battery with this one as and when we need it, because we will run out of power quite fast. And then we'll run power cables over to these. There we go. So we've got all of this powered up, and now we will rotate this to 100%, ready for the sun. And we will have to manually rotate this, unfortunately, for at least for the short period of time until we get them automated. And we'll probably set somewhere here, out of the way, the solar panels, and keep them on ground level, at least for now. So the solar panels won't be affected by whatever we're building over here. And then we can set our, when it comes to automating them, we can set a computer up and everything over there. Right, or near there anyway. I don't particularly want to put a sensor or a light of any kind. I don't need anything else out of there just yet. I don't want to put the battery charger in. So there's literally nothing else for us to do just yet. That's basically all we need to do. What I can do is put this into my suit, and then actually I could start putting some of this into here, so it frees up some space, so when I do go out mining I haven't got didn't take anything out of here, did I? Oops. Swap them back. Yeah. Okay, fine. So I'll just put them up at the top. And think of Stationeers, Minecraft in some regards. You need to go and collect ores to be able to progress. So there's iron, nickel, cobalt, no, iron, nickel, silver, copper, silicon, gold, that you can mine, and uranium. And then there's three types of ices. There's the normal water-based ice, there's oxide and volatiles, and then you can make steel, steel, electrium, and some other ingot types. But if we look in here we can see what we can build, and our aim is to build the electric, the electronics printer. So then we can skip a few steps with that built, hopefully. We need a furnace to make the steel, and we need a pipe bender so we can make a passive vent. So I don't think the active vent would work. I haven't tried it though. And we'll want a locker to store the stuff in. And that would, and obviously we would end up needing more copper coil at some point. What we're going to do is swap out our belt, take out of this belt down the wrench, and we'll drop our belt in here. We're going to hold on to this belt, this wrench, so we can rotate this as and when needed, and we will put the mining tool in the other hand, and I guess we can, oh look, there's some iron, some silicon, so we could get some ores straight away while we're waiting for the sun to rise. Hopefully there's more than just one piece of iron here, because we will get through iron quite fast. Silicon, we don't really use that much of it, but I may as well take whatever I can get. At least with the iron I'd be able to make a locker, so I could actually store the silicon that we're not using just yet. So it'd be pointless using the power to process all of this silicon that I'm going to be picking up here. But this is just to pass the time away while we wait for the sun to come up. In fact, talking about the sun, it's coming up. So, just in time. And unfortunately, it does look like that was all of the iron. I don't know, all the way down there just to get all of the silicon. We don't need every piece, so we have to manually rotate this as and when it starts to really low. reducing the amount of watts that it's producing. And it does help if I actually switch this on so it can charge the battery. And then we just rotate it like so. And while we're here, we may as well turn off our light, because, well, we don't want to be wasting the battery in our suit, which is already on medium, and this is why we've got to manually rotate this one. What's that up to? Well, let's have a quick look and see if there's anything that we can mine in our immediate vicinity during the night. Some gold by the looks of it. Is that silver? That's silver. And that looks like cobalt over here. And it is. Some coal over there. And the battery's halfway. So what we'll do is we'll go and grab the cobalt as soon as we swap batteries. And we haven't got to worry about rotating the panel too much afterwards. That's if this battery will charge up fast enough. Once we have a couple of solar, 2 or 3 solar panels, this won't. It would take seconds to, well, not seconds, but it wouldn't take long. Quarter of the day and the battery would be charged. And so there's that. I have to admit though, I don't know what it is about this game, but as soon as I started playing it, I got hooked, and I haven't really stopped playing it since. And it's early access, you know, on Steam. £19 to buy, definitely worth it. And there's, by the looks of it, there's quite a lot more to come. So we could see some very interesting things, and considering that the game is already quite in depth, it's hard to believe that there's still more to come. I have high hopes for this game, and I don't like to put a lot of expectations into games. Space Engineers taught me not to do that, but this one I have a good feeling about. Unfortunately, the early game, there's not a lot that you're actually doing. You're just, well, mostly doing what I'm doing right now. And there'll be a few days of this. Virtually each morning I'll have to do this to recharge the batteries until, at least until I've got a substantial amount of resources, so that I can actually progress. Because I don't want to add too much to the power system. The more you add, obviously, the quicker it'll run down, and the sooner it runs down, the worse off you'll be. So the next machine will go here somewhere, or maybe just directly opposite that one. In fact, yeah, it'll go opposite this one. Try and keep this section a bit more cluttered, so it's easier to get done what needs to be done and keeps this this solar panel completely freed up. And there is another way I could build 3 solar panels and have one facing sunrise, one facing up, and then one facing when the sun goes down, and generate enough power that way to. And I have done it like that when I couldn't work out how to get them to be automated. I was having issues, so, and even before I even started trying to automate solar panels. And that battery is fully charged, so we will swap out that battery with ours, so that we can start charging the other one. Hopefully we can get to at least green. We'll see. Well, it's already there. So I guess what I should do is actually just put it in full rotation now, and then go and actually, is it in this one? That's the airlock. Nope. In that one? No. That's organic. Don't want that. And that's consumables. This isn't in there, is it? Oh, there it is. The beacon. Just so I can find my way back on the night. And we will activate that. And have I got it on me? Network card. What's that one? That's the tracker. That's the one that we want. Oh shoot. Let's just put that away a minute and go back to our. There we go. So now we can turn that on and be able to find our way back to base should we need to do so. Because it's surprisingly easy to lose track of where you are on this game. And hopefully there's more copper in this area, because copper's one of those ores that I always struggle with. And of course there is no more copper here. There's gold though. That's a bonus. Is that the only piece? Surely there can't. There's got to be more than that. No? Damn. Trying to get out of holes that you've dug though can be interesting. There's the volatiles I was talking about. And unfortunately now it's too dark to see much. So we will not fall down the hole. Oh, there's iron. Oh, this is a nice patch of iron. So we can... Whoa. So I was actually dropping into a hole then. And what I will do, I think, is Oh, I don't need to yet. I'll keep that open now so I can keep an eye on when my belt is full. Because the amount of iron that's here, it won't take long. In fact, we'll have to move some now. We will move the silicon as well. We'll probably move both parts of the silicon because we won't be mining there again. We've got more than enough for a while now. And I guess we will pick that up. Not that we will be mining much coal, but you never know. And we'll just keep mining. We don't want the coal. Then again, one stack I guess won't hurt, because we can burn the coal and for power should we need to. So I guess it's always a good idea just to have at least a stack of coal for that emergency. I think we've cleared this area out. Yeah, we're definitely not going in there. See if we can see anything else of interest though. We don't want to wander too far because the battery in that beacon won't last too long, and we don't want to lose the base. Some more coal. And I could have literally walked past, well I probably have walked past quite a few deposits. But because it's night time, it's really hard to see them unless you're on top of them. So all we need now is a good deposit of gold and we'll be set for a little while. No, we don't want more coal. Oh, actually we do. Apparently that's the direction for the copper as well. So this is kind of grindy. It's slow paced, and which is what I like about it, to be honest. I don't like games where, you know, a couple of hours in and you've almost beat it, you've almost got everything done. Not saying that you can't do that in this game. You can get quite far within 2 hours, but there's so much to actually be able to do that you can get yourself bogged down with other things. Especially when something doesn't go your way, or you're out looking for a particular resource. I don't think I need more iron. I should do is turn that off while I'm not using it. I think there's a lot of this looks familiar. It's like I'm pretty sure I've walked around in a circle, complete circle. Forget it. There's iron here, so I'm just going to grab this then. The less I have to come out to mine, the easier it is to sit there and get the things I need to build done. And iron I will go through quite quickly, especially when it comes to building the base. Right. Let's find our way back to the base then, and hope that hasn't gone off. We wasn't that far away, 116-ish meters. Still looking for gold though. Not bad. I was expecting the battery to have been out. Go away. Turn that off. And get this out. And rotate it the correct way would help. I should have set that before. Well, I couldn't because I'd actually set it to be the other way, hadn't I? So, alright, we'll turn our light off again. See how our power's doing. We might actually be able to get away with not having to swap batteries over. We'll mine some of this and we'll just stick all the ore straight into this machine. That'll be our holding point for now. And probably put a a shelf unit here, a locker there, just so we can stack the materials. What we should do is actually put that drill away, and then we can keep the wrench on us. So basically this is just your basic furnace, just smelts the resources. You just drop them in the side here, and then if you look down at the bottom here, it'll tell you what you've got in there. Turn it on, select what you want, and press the big green button. Simple as that. I think actually we will swap batteries. That way we have less to worry about. That one's done as well. And see if we can find the locker. Furnace, no, locker. And of course the problem is you have to watch this, because otherwise it'll just keep making them until it runs out of resources, or the power goes off, one or the other. Or you tell it not to make any more. And we'll put that there. Because we're not actually going to smelt the silicon yet. May as well do that as a double rotation. And we don't want to use the coal yet. I think we've got enough iron for now. Gold though is a definite one that we will want to find. I guess swap them batteries. That would probably be better off in there, and use the smaller one inside this, because we won't be doing so much smelting through the night. Because we'll get most of it done before the daytime's over, unless we get a large amount of gold and copper on our next venture out. So we can actually close the belt now. Talking about belts, we can actually put our tool belts in here. That'll free up another slot. We can also put these in, which will free up more slots, so we can, if we do come across a lot of resources, we can happily mine and really stockpile them up. That battery is fully charged. So now we're just waiting on the copper, and then we will, I guess, throw the other bit of copper in. Close that. fact, do we need to worry about that? No, okay. So there'll be a lot more to talk about when there's actually more things to be done. But right now there isn't really much to do, much to talk about. And we'll rotate that. And put that in there. Turn the beacon on. Get our mining drill ready. And see what we can find with the sun behind us. See if we can find that patch of gold that we so desperately need. That looks like oxide sticking up there, or maybe silicon. Is there any gold down there? There's iron and coal. No gold in there though. You just hate it when you can't find that. There's that gold. That's iron, isn't it? Plenty of iron, which is nice, but that looks like nickel or lead. It's annoying when you've almost got everything that you need, some oxide, which pops in right at the last second. Quite a lot of iron there. That is iron over that side as well, isn't it? Yeah. Surely I don't have to venture this far away from the base to find gold. Ah, there's some. I ain't going through a dark patch either, because there could be a hole. I fell in one of them, and it's not good, especially when you haven't got the duct tape on you. Should turn that on though, shouldn't I? And have that open so I can keep an eye on how much we're picking up. We should pick up quite a bit here, I should imagine. We definitely do not want any of the volatiles yet. We're not anywhere near that. But once we've got this gold, we can happily start building some of the machines that we want. So it's been okay, I guess. I was hoping for a bit more than that. I was hoping for at least 2 stacks. Considering how hard it was to find the damn stuff. But it's still saying that there's some here. Yeah, I'm standing on some. So maybe. It's looking better already. But I think this will be the actual, I know I've done a few videos on this game already and they've all been practically new starts, but I was mostly testing, and what put me off on them ones was the fact that the recording was very low. You'd have to turn the volume up a lot to be able to hear what I was saying, even though I wasn't really saying much like in this one so far, but it was still annoying. And of course if you have an advert that comes on, then you've got headphones on, you get deafened. Oh, we've almost got 2 stacks. That's not bad. That's basically what I wanted. It's saying that there's more around here though. But that could be below me, it could be anywhere. And I mean, I could have walked out to the base and practically dug down and probably found some ores. But I don't want to make too many holes near the base. That's quite a big hole. Definitely don't want to go down there. Turn that off and bring that out. Ha! How about that? Oh, there it is. I was going to say it's not working. But luckily... Is that the base right there, really? We was that close? Son of a... Ah. So we left that way and there was iron over here, wasn't there, somewhere? A big patch of iron. Where's that? I know I've already got loads of iron, but I firmly believe you can never have enough. I should turn that off and put that away. Not that one, that one. That is not iron. This wasn't the big patch, but I'll take it. Like I said, the less time I have to spend mining, going out and mining, the better. And ideally I'd it'd be nice to find more copper, but I think we've got enough copper for now to get done what we need done. It'll last us a considerable amount of time. Is that all of the iron? Oh. What's that? Silicon? No. Oh, more gold. There it is. I ain't going to carry on going after the gold though. I think that was the way we came, wasn't it? Of course, trying to find anything at night is almost impossible. I think daylight's going to be coming up soon now, the sun. What's that? Oh, I thought that was oh, that was that lead. Thought that was some iron then. Thought that was thought I was going to fall off the edge then. Oh well. Don't think we're going to find any. Oh, never mind. Spoke too soon. And that means basically all I'll be doing from this point on will be smelting the ores and rotating the solar panel, charging all of the batteries up and getting ready to build the stuff that we need. Get some of the coal. The sun's coming up, so I think it's time to head back to base. Whoa! That ain't good. Is that literally the end of the world? Ah. Can you actually fall off the planet then? Or through the planet? That's gotta be some kind of bug, surely. Let me see the... We don't need the pad, clearly. Right. Turn that off. Turn that off. our away. And get our wrench out. One. Rotate to 90. And turn our light off. Throw more iron in there, pick up that copper. Right, that's that empty. So now we can get some gold throw iron. Get ready to throw this 50k worth of gold in, or 50 grams of gold. So already we've actually explored quite a bit of the moon. It does look like silver just there, so we've got silver right by us. What I should have done is actually done all of this part to the point where I'd actually got all the ores, and then it would be start from building the base up, but I wanted to actually show the grind. I know there's, like I said, there's not much that I could do. I wasn't really talking a lot, but then again I don't talk a lot anyway. Never have anything interesting to talk about. In fact, what I could do is pick up the beacon. Put the beacon up there, out of the way. Because it'll be easier for me to see it as well from a distance. Because these lights you can see from a distance, you won't see. If I put a light on here, you wouldn't see that. But any any switches or batteries that are on charge, you've got a good chance of seeing them. And that's going to take a long time to smelt. So, can I build the printer yet? At least have something worth, because that will take time to build. least then we can, I think with the electronics printer we can build the we can build solar panels, and we can bypass some of the building steps, which is always nice. And I will change that for a 4-way. No, I'll change this one for a 4-way, for a 3-way, because the power should be here to connect up to. But I'll probably put it back here a little bit so there's a bit more room to get in between. Are you done yet? No? Wow. 74%. I want to take that battery out and swap them over. Swap my small battery for that. I'd rather have a large battery in my suit. And get ready to stop this so it doesn't make another one afterwards. There we go. Right there should do. I put the rope wire, in one of these, I take it. Where did I put the wire? Did I put it in the tool belt? I did. Well, for starters I need to hurry up. That's it. I need to snip there. And have that there. And then put that back in there, take the wrench out. I guess rotate that so we can get the last bit of the sun. Can I get through? Thank you. It's a bit tight here, but it'll do. Turn this off so it's not consuming power, same as that one. And let's see, was it this one I could do? Pretty sure it was. Was the solar? No, that was solar control. I don't want that. Yeah, the fabricator. That needs basically everything that we've got. And we can literally bypass virtually everything that all the other machines. We don't need to sit here waiting for them. What I should do is turn my light back on now. And turn this off. Build a fabricator, and then we just need a computer, and we may as well smelt some silicon so we can build this manufacturing motherboard. And then we can just have one machine sitting here with a computer, and we can decide what we want to build from there. a lot easier, and how much we want to build of it, so we don't, if we go out mining and we've said, you know, we want 30 cables to be built, it won't build more than 30. I think personally the fabricator needs to have a bit more of a boost, more later ore design, because right now going straight for the fabricator I've missed out a few machines to get the one machine that will have everything from these machines within it. Either that or I'll just limit the fabricator to only have certain types of things in, and have two types of fabricators, the basic and the advanced. And the advanced would have everything that these machines have and everything that the basic fabricator would have. So we'll rotate that back round. And then after this is built, we'll get a computer and a motherboard, and that should be it for now. And then in the next episode we'll expand this platform a little bit more, because the fabricator is a little bit bigger. So we'll expand it a bit further out up that direction behind us, so that we can take advantage of that. And we will also obviously be building the solar panels up there. So hopefully in the next episode we'll have the fabricator, well, we will have the fabricator. We will be looking to get some automation on the solar panels, gain a furnace set up, a basic furnace set up, so we can make some steel, so we can make a large battery, and then we could have a light constantly on during the night. In fact, we could have it on during the day as well, just leave it on. We've got enough copper, not copper, we've got enough coal and iron to make the steel. We just have to go and get the ice. So that's that. Then we want, what is it for the solar panels? Yeah, we ain't going to make them yet, but we transformer. Yeah, we may as well make one of them. No logic on that one. Because as soon as we've got steel, we can make the big battery. That's that done, and then we want, because them ones are steel, aren't they? Yeah. We'll need some heavy duty cable. Nope. There's the battery. Yeah, we need 20 grams of steel. There's the computer. So we didn't need silicon for any of this. Interesting. There we go. So we've got everything that we need. We don't need any of these machines anymore. We just need the furnace. But what we'll do is we'll stick all this in here for next time. And we'll start redesigning the station for that. So hopefully you've enjoyed this, and we will catch you next time. See ya.